What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and we are finally doing the Detroit Lions realistic rebuild. I would say out of all the rebuilds this season, the Lions have been the most persistent as why are you doing them? When are you going to do them? Now is the time. They now have a new head coach in Matt Patricia. Maybe I just don't like Jim Caldwell. I've never been a big fan. So now we have Matt Patricia taking over the helm. A little bit of a change here, but not a whole lot. Nothing too crazy. This is really my first time looking at the Detroit Lions roster in Madden 18. And for a 5-year rebuild, it looks like it actually might be kind of difficult. Matt Stafford's 29. He's an 87. Usually quarterbacks, from my experience, like 31 might be the latest that, you know, it's not a pain in the ass to spend XP and get some good points. But with Matthew Stafford, he probably is posed to, you know, put up some 30-plus touchdown season, so the XP should consistently be there. But, I mean, we might be able to get him at a 90. Maybe that's kind of stretching it. So that's, you know, this is kind of difficult because he is a massive salary cap hit. So I don't know how I'm going to try to build this team around his massive salary. We're going to have to really commit to him. It's kind of like we did the Carolina Panthers. Like Cam Newton, yeah, I don't really know if he's particularly well in the Madden sim world, but you either going to get him right away or you cut him right now. Where it's only, we free up $11 million. Obviously, be back in it. We lose a lot. Pretty much there's no other way. We have to try to win with Matthew Stafford. So it's going to be my best effort to try to bring what a lot of Detroit Lions fans believe is that Matt Stafford's never had a good run game. He's never had a balanced offense. And that's why the Detroit Lions haven't really had as much success as you would assume they would have. So that was going to be my goal. Look at the running backs. I mean, Theoretic is going to be a good running back too. But, I mean, all these other guys, we're going to need to find a way to draft a superstar running back. And you can't just put one in a draft. So we just need to hope that the draft gods are with us, and in the first year or two, we can get one of those 80s quick, 80 superstar, 78 superstar running backs that occasionally do pop up. At the wide receiver spot, we have Golden Tate, best wide receiver on this team, but he's 29. That is not good for a 5-year rebuild. The only thing that's kind of reassuring is that he's a slot wide receiver. So worst, like, you know, I'm already planning on putting him at that third wide receiver spot, even though he's our top overall. So I mean, the older he gets, and his cap hit's not massive. So his speed regression should be fine. I think Golden Tate will be here until literally he goes in the low 80s and we'll cut him. Marvin Jones, 27. That's, you know, 27 is like a meh age because he'll be with us for the majority of the rebuild. But I think wide receiver is a low-key a spot we want to look at trying to improve. We got Kenny Golladay, who I was a big fan of after last year's scouting combine, the on-field drills. He stood out the most out of any wide receiver. But I know 74 overall, normal dev. Like, we'll probably make him our third wide receiver. I don't know how well he will develop. But he will start outside. It's going to be Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay on the outside with Golden Tate starting in the slot. Tight end Eric Ebron might have one of the most overrated ratings in Madden, but I'm going to take it. 24 years old, 88 overall. Thank you very much. I am going to make sure you are a key piece of our team throughout our rebuilds. Offensive line, we got Taylor Decker, so we're set and forget here at left tackle. 82 overall with a quick dev trait. Thank you very much. Left guard, we have Graham Glasgow, 25 with a 76. There might be something there. I don't know. We're going to try our best to make sure we can buy the offensive line XP package because there are some young guys on here. And the less time you have to really invest your high draft picks in, well, not high, but for the most part, you know, a lot of my drafts between 2nd and 5th round, I'm drafting multiple offensive linemen just because, you know, usually you can get a stud or two. We can, you know, put those picks towards maybe hitting on a corner or hitting on a wide receiver or a running back. It's going to help us with the odds of probability because they're really harder to draft. Swanson here, 26-77 again, not bad, serviceable for the time being. Right guard, TJ Lang's really good, but he's 29, so we'll probably have to move on from him sooner than later. And at right tackle, we've Rick Wagner, 27-85. That's going to be interesting. Like I said, much like Marvin Jones, 27 is the interesting age that you have to try to deal with some of these players. But for the most part, I'm going to say the offensive line is not a problem. As long as maybe every draft or so we gamble on 1 or 2 picks so we can slowly kind of build it up, maybe hit on a superstar dev trait. Offensive lineman later, we'll be fine. On the defensive front, we are going to Matt Patricia's scheme, so it's a multiple front, but more so of a 3-4. I'm pretty sure that's what the Detroit Lions were running this year. I could be completely wrong. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm just judging by the size. The defensive end, 6'4", 270. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's probably, this is like 3-4. But anyway, Zettel, fade from knocking down trees in the woods like El Presador. Shout out to that. He's balanced 3-4-3 left end, but you know, at 6'4", 270, that's, you know, that's Joey Bosa's size for being a 3-4 end. We have Kerry Hyder here, again, same size, 270, that's pretty big. And then the other side, we have Ziggy Ansah, who's a little bit under, I mean, you know, it's only 5 pounds, or 5 pounds plus. So like I said, these guys can definitely run. in a 3-4. I just think the more thing that we don't have is a true nose tackle. Maybe that could be A'Shawn Robinson. I'm going to give it an opportunity. He's 22. He's a 78. He was really, really good and really slept on in the draft coming out of Alabama. So what I'm probably going to do is disrespect Haloti Ngata and give out A'Shawn Robinson the starting D tackle game. But there's plenty of bodies here on the defensive line. The linebacking core, Paul Warlow, he's just going to be a Band-Aid. We got Gerard Davis, my boy Jared Davis, baby, from Florida, 78 overall, beast, stud on the defense. Right outside linebacker, we have Tahir Whitehead, 27-82. It's that weird age, but he should be fine. Our linebacking core will be fine. I think we'll take the same approach as the offensive line. If there's a stud later on in the draft or something like that, we'll draft him. Secondary, this is probably the best player for this team. Darius Slays, 25-26. You know, excluding rookies, is the money age that you want for these rebuilds. He already got paid, so we're not going to worry about his contract. He's a 91. He's one of the best corners in football. I'm very happy to have him on the team. But outside of that, man, we have my boy Tease Tabor from Florida, Jalen Tabor. Rating kind of sucks, but I'm going to hold on to him. But rather than that, you definitely want to try to get another corner in here because I don't think any of these guys are going to develop. Free safety, Glover Quinn's solid, but he's 31, so he's only a short-term option. And we definitely need to look at trying to bring in a strong safety. Although, I have seen this Miles Killebrew guy get up into the 80s. So I'm going to do my best to give him a starting opportunity here year one and see if I can get some of that luck. But that's our roster, and it's an interesting roster, but it's definitely a manageable roster. Just, you know, it's pretty much going to come down to, can Matt Stafford succeed in the sim? I personally have yet to see it. From any time I've played this, I don't think I've ever seen the Detroit Lions even make the playoffs. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's get into it. All right, here we're at the contract time. I want to be honest. I don't like any of these deals. Like 28, he wants $30 million. I think we might have to give an offer to, like, how much cap are we working with? We have a bunch of caps, so we'll send this offer to Announcer real quick. Oh my God, we're gonna have to nail it down a little bit. But other than this, man, you know what? I don't like Swanson. Like, I feel like I could draft a center that's gonna be 75, 74, 75, 23. Save that money. I mean, Whitehead, we don't have that cover yet. He wants a 4-year deal. He'll be 31. Like, will he develop? We'll throw him some bucks. He wants to. There we go. We got one of these guys in. I guess, yeah, well, I didn't know we had $80 million in cap, which is phenomenal to work with, even though, you know, the year one free agent period absolutely blows chunks. But because of that, I mean, we don't have replacements for them, so I guess Tahir Whitehead, we already brought back, and we'll make sure we can bring back and retain Ziggy Ansah. Yeah, why not? All right, so here we are at the end of year one of the Matt Patricia era, and as you can tell, we did not make the playoffs. We were actually last place in the NFC North. Nice, 6-10. That is like the worst record because you're not even going to get a good draft pick out of that. Look at how the stats came to be. We got almost 4,000 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 13 picks from Matt Stafford. I'll actually take that, to be completely honest. I mean, in terms of having, we have, what, an 89 and an 87 wide receiver. That's probably like as high as we'll have for passing attack, but we definitely don't have any bounce to the offense, and we're a pass-first team. So hopefully we can go and draft ourselves. I have 2 running backs that could be all right. So hopefully we can land on one of those in the picks. We got 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns there for Theo Riddick. Hopefully Riddick will be our RB2 next season. Looking at the receiving, we got 89 catches, 1,100 yards, 4 TDs here from Marvin Jones, 739 and 4 for Golladay, 708 from Ebron. That's actually a really good season. 748 and 4 from Tate, so he's one of the lone wide receivers that just doesn't excel in the slot for some reason. Riddick, oh, look at that. Riddick as well. 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. He had a good year, Theo Riddick. The defensive front, we got 142 tackles, sack and a half, and an interception for Jared Davis. We got 14.5 sacks from Ziggy Ansah. I'm actually pretty glad we were able to re-sign him. That's a really good season from him. 10 sacks from Zettel, 7.5 Tahir Whitehead from Temple. We got 4 picks for Darius Slay. A couple, like, the defense played well, to be completely honest with you. Like, there's not one, like, glaring weakness. We got turnovers, we got sacks, but ultimately, you might have to throw this one up. You know, I don't know, 6-10. This doesn't really seem like 6-10 stats, to be honest with you. Our quarterback wasn't a liability. Our running back was a weapon. We had a 1,000-yard receiver. He's only got sacked 36 times. I've seen way worse than that. But maybe it just wasn't in the cards year one for Matt Patricia. It's adding some character to his resume here. We got Tom Brady won the MVP. We got NFC Offensive Player. He went to Matt Ryan. We got no one. Oh, Matt Stafford. There we go, baby. Coming in number 10. Defensive Player of the Year went to Brandon Graham. No love to Ziggy Ansah. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Mr. Biscuit, Mitchell Trubisky. And we had no one. Defensive rookie there went to Ruben Foster with Jared Davis coming in number 2. I take great exception to that. Foster's an 88. Are you kidding me? He's an 88 overall already? I don't know about that. I think, like, you know, give him like an 83 or an 84, but goddamn. Anyways, so yes, that is our first season. Failure, yes, but now it's time to hit the off season. Hopefully, fingers crossed, occasionally, I'd say maybe 10% of the time, there's actually some worthwhile guys trying to sign year 1. Probably not. So we need to have ourselves a good draft, and hopefully we can find ourselves a stud at the running back position. I'm going after Sammy Watkins. He's the only guy I'm going after. Having this damn wide receiver core. How about Matt Stafford? And welcome to the team, Sammy Watkins Jr. the third. Let's go. I am a drafting god. Oh, number 1 in talent, baby. Let's go. Alright, so here's our recap. For the first round, our 82 overall running back is Derrius Guice from LSU. You know, we already used Saquon Barkley, and really, I think if Saquon Barkley wasn't as hyped, he's deserved hype, as he was, Derrius Guice would be, you know, he is really, really, really good. And there was at moments in time, I think I would take Leonard Fournette over him. But there was times when they were both playing, him and Leonard Fournette, where Guice looked like the better running back. So, lots of upside there. He's definitely going to be, like Saquon Barkley, I believe him and Saquon are the 2 running backs that are absolute can't-miss prospects at the running back spot if you're an RB-needy team. So let's see what the Derrius Guice era has for us. Our best-case scenario, man, is we can save up that XP and bump that dev trade up. Really, for a running back to get in the 90s, I feel like you need to have superstar dev. In the second round, we had a 75 overall quick dev center, which is going to start because we let Swanson in free agency. So we made it Tua Lobendon from USC, a real prospect, very solid. Probably will be a top 5 center. And then the third round, so to not the expert, we got Jeff Holland from Auburn, 78 quick linebacker. Didn't really need an outside linebacker yet, but it's definitely a position I wanted to get younger at. This guy here ticked off a lot of boxes. He had a 7.7 combine grade, so I was like, yes sir, sign me up. The rest of the draft wasn't bad. 72 center, 76 guard, 71 strong safety, and a 70 wide receiver that I thought was going to be much higher. I got a little bit of blue balls from this pick. I don't even think he has no good dev trait, yeah. So it was just average, but ultimately when you can get guys that are, you know, especially the top 2 picks, are going to be starters for you, it is a money draft. And the fact that we were able to sign Sammy Watkins in free agency, big moves, making waves, Matt Patricia and his Detroit Lions. Let's get into year number 2. Alright, so as we enter year number 2, here is our team. Now we have Derrius Guice starting at running back with Theo Riddick as our RB2. I like that scenario. Look at these wide receivers. Marvin Jones, 88. Golden Tate, 88. And Sammy Watkins, 86. Man, it's one of those things. Sammy Watkins just seems like he's been around forever. He's only 26. That's perfect age. Ebron's up to a 90. Offensive line pretty much stays as is. We have Lobendon, our second round pick, will be starting. Decker's up to an 87. He had the second most, I think he had like 20,000 XP. Man, I'm telling you right now, it might have been, I don't know what the exact number was, but I'm telling you right now, man, if you guys are doing a rebuild, make sure you buy the offensive line XP trait. Sometimes you get some insane numbers. Pretty much if your offensive lineman has at least a quick dev or superstar dev, you're getting a boatload of XP, and obviously you just dump that into awareness. I actually think awareness is like a very valuable stat for offensive linemen this year. On the defense, everything stays pretty much the same here. On the defensive front, Slay's a 91. We definitely need another corner before too long. We got Kilbrews at 76. Holland, our third round pick, will actually be starting at outside linebacker. Davis is up to an 82. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, our offense is looking set, so maybe the next draft, next offseason will be defensive focused. But hey, we might be able to win the Super Bowl year and nip this in the butt. So let's see what happens in year number 2. Alright, it's contract time, and yeah, we're going to bring back Ebron and Tate. We still have a whole lot of salary cap to work with. Like I said, I'm not super worried about Golden Tate's regression because we have him as our slot wide receiver. And I've seen, like, you know, we have Patriots playbooks. Julian Edelman has, you know, would dominate when he was like 33. So I feel confident with that. So let's spend this money, even though the season does not look very good at the midseason point. All right, so here we are at the end of year number 2, and we did not make the playoffs, which sucks. 6-5-11. This is like, I'm not gonna lie. We said we were gonna nip something in the bud when the 0-16 Browns rebuild, using the spread offense. I've never seen, out of how many rebuilds I've done 20 some this year. The Lions make the playoffs once, and you know, last year in Madden 17, we were pretty convinced that the Colts were the cursed team. With this team, when you have a 90 tight end, you have 3 A-grade wide receivers, and you got like Derrius Guice, who is, you know, a true, legitimate 3-down back that can catch. I think I'm gonna go spread offense. I know the spread offense is cheesy, but this is a core that you can do it with. This is an offense. Ebron's not blocking. He's a receiver. We basically have 4 wide. I'm doing it. I am doing it, baby. We said we're gonna get him a goddamn running attack, and we did that, and they sucked. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go spread, offensive play, spread. You can't fix Matt Stafford. If we were gonna try and make this a balanced attack and give them a run, Matt Stafford's not your guy. Matt Stafford needs to be throwing the ball 40 times a game, I guess, for this team to have a chance now. Because this is a good team, and the fact that we have been just uninspiring records year after year is completely unacceptable. Looking at Matt Stafford on the year, 4,500 passing yards, 28 touchdowns to 16 picks. That's, you know, barely acceptable. Derrius Guice as a rookie, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. I will take that. It's a very nice season. And ATDs here from Theo Riddick. Receiving, we got 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns from Ivan Jones, 905 from Sammy Watkins, 6. We'll round it up to 708 from Ebron, who's been really, really solid, and almost 906 from Golden Tate, 500 yards from Derrius. Like, the numbers are putting up anyways. Though these are like spread numbers. When you're running back, your starting running back is getting almost 600 yards. Those are like spread type numbers. So I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. Plus, maybe we'll find out that if they are cursed, the spread offense doesn't even work. So there's something there. Lots of tackles on defense. 155 tackles from Jarrett Davis, 126 from Killebrew, 119 from Whitehead, 109 from a rookie Jeff Holland, and 106 from Brandon Chubb. Oh, Jeff Holland, our rookie. 109 tackles, 7 tackles are lost, 11 sacks, leading the team. Good God. Great year. 9 sacks, Zettel, 8.5 from Ziggy Ansah. In the secondary, ooh, that is rough. That is not enough interceptions. What happened from this year to last year? We have no new starters. I guess they just couldn't get the job done. Especially 1 pick from Darius Slay. I would have expected more from him. Taking a quick look here at the yearly awards. MVP went to Aaron Rodgers, but just you wait till next year, baby. We'll see who's MVP next year. Offensive Player of the Year went to Aaron Rodgers. Defensive Player of the Year went to Aaron Donald. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Derrius Guice. Help me get him some better dev traits. Thank you. And Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Jeff Holland. So anytime you hit 1-1, I will take that every single year. And we have Dixon here, who was I think our 4th corner, coming in at number 10. But Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year for Derrius Guice and Jeff Holland. Very nice. Now we're making the transition to the spread, which I'm convinced that the lines just run like a crappy spread out anyway. For year 3, let's put up some godly numbers and try to improve upon where we're at. Because like the fact that we've had what 5 and 6 wins in first 2 years, like realistically, our offense is gonna be at this point. We're not gonna get much better because we're at that age where like our good players are gonna get older. We might be able to replace them, but probably not with younger players. So like this is our window. These first couple of years of rebuild are our window. So we're gonna try the spread offense, which I personally believe, you know, for how it plays out in Madden, is ideal for Matt Stafford. So let's get into the year 2 offseason. All right, so what was the worst free agency period I think I've ever seen? Like the best player was an 86. We had a very, very good draft. So in the first round, pick 6, we had an 80 overall quick dev corner, which we made Carlton Davis from Auburn. He actually wasn't the #1 corner in this year's draft class. I think the Niners got an 81 quick, and there was another 80 quick that went to the Redskins. Both those other corners went right in front of me, too. I think we were picking at 7, so 5 and 6 they went. But luckily enough, there still was one less good corner, and we needed one badly to put someone there back with Derrius Guice. So we have Carlton Davis, who's very good out of Auburn. I just gambled here. You know, we're going to the spread. I figured why not have another good tight end option for 2 tight end sets. I don't know how much of that is in a spread. Basically, this guy had all B's for a tight end and didn't attend the combine, so I thought I'd take a gamble on him. He's a 78 normal. That's not too shabby, I guess. But the real strength of the pick was Carlton Davis. And then in the 3rd round, this guy was projected to go in the 5th round. He's already at 80, and he has 59 awareness. So I'm fairly optimistic. And he can probably take over for Tahir Whitehead. And that is Porter Gustin, an 80 overall quick dev linebacker, 92 hit power, man. This 88 finesse move. Like, I'm debating moving this guy to defensive end. You know, this guy is an absolute monster, man. That is a dream defensive end right there. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Obviously, his coverage stats aren't really that great to play in a 4-3. I'll figure it out. But this is either way, regardless if we keep him at linebacker or defensive end, this is a tremendous prospect. We got a 72 center, 71 guard, 68 right defensive end, and a 74 backup center here in the 7th round. But man, 2 stud linebackers. That Holland is already up to an 89 with a superstar dev trait after winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's insane. Hopefully Guice can follow in his shoes. Let's get into year 3. Alright, so as we get ready for year number 3, as I stated in the end of the last year, we have decided to move to a spread offense. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we need to change something. I feel like if we didn't do something like this, we'd just be mulling in like 6, 7, 8, and 8, 500 at best seasons. So let's see what we can do there. And on the defensive side of things, we changed things up. We moved Ziggy Onside into a defensive tackle spot and made Porter Gustin, our 80 overall defensive, 80 overall linebacker, sorry, from the 3rd round, a defensive end where he shot up to an 82. Holland, the defensive rookie of the year. So we got superstar dev trait. Was his award, I guess, for winning defensive rookie of the year. He was a quick up to a superstar. I think you also, if you make the Pro Bowl, it comes into that. So then he had 32,000 XP and he shot up to an 89, which is absolutely, I couldn't believe it. At this point in time, I would have thought Jared Davis would have been our best linebacker. We have Carlton Davis here starting at corner. You know, it's still a work in progress on the defense, but this front is looking pretty terrifying. The linebacking core is shoring up. So hopefully the spread offense can take us over and take us over the top here in year number 3. So let's get at it. Alright, so mid-season here. Season's off to a better start, I will say. No spoilers. We have, the best thing we've had working with us actually has been all the salary cap. So Decker will come back, Zeta will come back, and we will throw an offer here to Ashawn Robinson. Maybe Killebrew, that's not bad under 10 mil. He's a starter. Glasgow's currently a starter. We'll see what we can get. I feel like we will do a lot of re-signings here, but these guys get greedy, they can hit the market. Because year 3, it's always worth the gamble on year 3 because this is where some big-name free agents can hit the pool. We may need them to get over the edge and get to the playoffs. So after being told by Eric Decker that he wants to play for a new team next year, we just decided to sim to the end, and we did not make the playoffs once again. We didn't even win the MVP with the spread? Are you kidding me? Finished 7-9. Stafford had a good year, 4,700 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, 12 picks. Not every QB can handle it. Even, we've done some experiments with the spread, and even though the TD numbers have been high, I've seen some high interceptions. So at least it looks like the spread is the right fit for Mr. Matt Stafford. 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns from Derrius Guice, which is pretty damn good, considering, usually your running back struggles to break 1,000 because obviously you're passing the ball a lot. As far as receiving is concerned, we got 1,000 yards and 9 TDs from Golden Tate, 1,300 yards, 8 TDs from Marvin Jones, 708 from Ebron, 587 and 7 from Sammy Watkins. Derrius Guice at 650 and 8. Good God. On the defensive front, we got 136 tackles from Jared Davis, 109 from Jeff Holland, 103 from this guy, Jamarin Blackshear. We got 15 sacks from Porter Gustin, who made the transition from outside linebacker to defensive end, 14.5 from Jeff Holland. We got 5 from Whitehead, 4 from Zettel, 3 from Ziggy Ansah. Also had 10 tackles for loss. We got 4 picks from Darius Slay, 4 for Carlton Davis, 2 for Glover Quinn. The interceptions are back up. So all in all, much improved season from a year before, and we still, average record, which is kind of annoying. Aaron Rodgers won the MVP with Matthew Stafford coming in as the runner-up. In the NFC Offensive Player of the Year with Aaron Rodgers, once again with Matt Stafford being the runner-up. Derrius Guice as a rookie coming in number 3. We got Defensive Player of the Year to Brandon Graham with Jeff Holland coming in at number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year, what? Okay, our backup tight end. Okay, never mind. I kept thinking Derrius Guice was a rookie for a second. Backup tight end came at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Porter Gustin. Very nice to see. Carlton Davis at number 2. So our 2 studs hit back-to-back to prove that we're not cheesing or anything like that. Let's see if Gustin's dev trait got a little bump. He was, what was he, quick? He was a quick. He has 22,000. Did he get superstar? Hey, he went to superstar right away. So I guess if you win Defensive Rookie of the Year, man, you're getting that superstar nod, which is good. It's not always consistent with the offense. I think Derrius Guice, I think he got one, though. I think he went up to a quick after last year. So there you go. It's not consistent. I've seen plenty of times I win Offensive Rookie of the Year and nothing happens to the dev trait. But I guess we've been lucky enough here But ultimately, it does not matter when you have a 7-9 record, 3 very piss-poor seasons. That being said, though, you know, hopefully we can bring back Taylor Decker in free agency. But we have a boatload of cash, and we're going to be looking to make some damn moves. When you look at this team, like the offensive line, I guess you could be a little bit better there. But we're not getting sacked a whole lot. He's getting sacked like 30 times. Ideally, it could be a little bit lower, but that's not like the 50-60 that we've seen in years past. Defensively, I guess the secondary could get better. We have 10k XP for Davis. That should bring up to an 83, 84 maybe. I don't know. Let's just see what happens in free agency, I guess. Alright, now it's time to start flexing on him with all that cap. It's the big free agency wave. Wentz is there. I thought about it, but we made the commitment to Stafford here. So, Keanu Neal, Taylor Decker, David Onyemata, Canadian, Reggie Ragland, who'd move to an outside linebacker role, and Jimmy Smith, who would move to a safety role. We still got to spend our XP there a little bit, so I think we can get Davis up a couple more points. But, I mean, like I said, by this he probably could start. But we're going to try to get Jimmy Smith to make him a free safety because Glover Quinn decided to retire. You know, I think we have a fair shot. We're, like, leading bid on all these guys. If I had to guess on one we might not get, it'd be Onyemata. We don't have a whole lot of Skrilla to be throwing around. So let's see if we can get some of these dudes. This is Mike Tomlin because the head coach of the Browns. What world is this? We got Keanu Neal. Oh, whoa, okay. We really needed Taylor Decker to come back. Shit. Really needed Taylor Decker. Even though he told us to piss off earlier, I thought he would come back. Oh, god damn it. Alright, well, the good news is it looks like we're going to be drafting a left tackle with our first pick. So here's our draft class. Once again, following the trend that our first 3 picks have been fire. But they're not necessarily a position of need. So we needed a tackle. We needed a defensive tackle. Those are like the 2 spots I wanted. I couldn't find one. But luckily enough, we'll modify them here just so that I'm not really flossing with them or doing anything shady. We had 80 overall, normal dev, right, left guard. We need a left tackle because we could not re-sign Taylor Decker. So we're just going to see what happens here with Rashawn Jacobs. We're going to modify him eventually, make him Juan Taylor from Florida. And he goes from an 80 to a 79, so that's a 1-point hit. And then we drafted this guy here, Parker Martino. We need a defensive tackle to pair next to Ziggy Ansah. 6'5", 320. That is like a pretty decent D tackle size. I believe we're going to make him Marlon Davidson. And what does he go for? He will be very much a balance, I suppose, is what we'll go to. And he shoots up to an 82. So we give away a point here with Jacobs making him a tackle. But we gain a couple points here by making Parker Martino, who will be Marlon Davidson, a defensive tackle. So other than that, not a terrible draft class, not a bad draft class. But on top of the free agency period that we had, all is hopefully well for year number 4. Year number 4 is beginning, and here is our offense. So Stafford, Golden, Tate are starting to show their ages, have hit their wall, and are regressing. Luckily enough, Sammy Watkins got a couple points. Our offensive line is as strong as it's been. Still a work in progress. I mean, again, kind of throw it up to the offensive line draft classes, man. There has yet to be, like, a late-round stud. Like, pretty much everyone after the first 2 rounds has been pretty trash. And usually it's really, really easy to draft offensive linemen. So I guess that is definitely something that I have noticed from this rebuild. That probably wouldn't happen if I did this, you know, another couple times. Defense is actually looking sick. We got Jimmy Smith now starting at free safety. Keanu Neal, 93 strong safety. Big free agency signs. We got Reggie Ragland now at outside linebacker. Paired with Jared Davis and Holland. Jeff Holland up to a 92. If you're an Auburn Tiger fan, you are loving this team. We have Jeff Holland, Marlon Davidson, and Carlton Davis. Probably like 3 of their best defenders in real life in college right now. So you're probably loving this. Carlton Davis is up to an 83. Zettle's an 87. Davidson, our rookie, is now an 83. We've changed his position. He was a 79 defensive end, and now he's an 83 D tackle. Ziggy Ansah's an 83. Gustin's an 87. Slay's still a 90. You know, kind of odd that when you look at the Detroit Lions, you say, wow, their defense is a lot better than their offense. But that is kind of the case here. It's year 4, man. We got that spread offense. Hopefully, we can be firing all cylinders and finally make the playoffs. If not, man, I'm getting a feeling down in my plums that the Detroit Lions could very well. I think we came out and said they might be one of the cursed teams in Madden 17. That might have carried over into Madden 18. Whoever makes this in might have a vendetta, a grudge against the Detroit Lions. Maybe he hated Tool Time when he was, or Home Improvement when he was growing up. Alright, we got contract time. Darius Slay's coming back. Jared Davis coming back. Jimmy Smith's coming back. Marvin Jones. You know what? We'll let him go. Other than that, everyone else can leave. not impressed with our record right now. This is not a good one. Considering we're coming off the heels of a Raiders rebuild that was kind of disappointing, this has been very disappointing. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a big surge in the second half of the season. I don't know. All right, 4 straight years, 4 straight no playoffs. We got some negatives all across the board. Lovely. I already hate this rebuild. 4-12. Lions are cursed. I don't know. Unless we don't even have that much. 20 times. We're in the spread offense, and he threw those numbers. I've never seen that in my life. You suck, Matt Stafford. Give you all these like 17 touchdowns. Like this is something happened, man. Like it's like I decided to turn on the spread offense and it's glitching out or something. It's like these are not spread offense numbers. I did probably 10 simulations with the spread. I've never seen something even remotely close to this. 17 touchdowns from a running back in a spread offense. That doesn't happen. We got Golden Tate had a big year. You know, shout out to him. 95 catches, 13 yards, 10 touchdowns. No one else really did anything. On the defensive front, 142 tackles. Jarrett Davis, 119 for Reggie Ragland. We got 17.5 sacks from Porter Gustin, who, like I said, when we drafted him, looked like an absolute stud defensive end. 4 picks, Darius Slate. Man, like we spent so much money last year in free agency. I don't think we have enough money to like try to make a Hail Mary attempt to do something here. Oh my God. Offensive player of the year went to Ezekiel Elliott. No one. Defensive player of the year went to Jordan Hicks. No one. Rookie of the year. No one. Defensive rookie of the year. God, this is a terrible rebuild. Let's just get in the offseason. Man, Matt Patricia sucks. Matt Stafford sucks. That's where I'm at here year 4. We're going to need something crazy to happen in year 5 for me to change my opinion of them in Madden. What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to my regular rebuild where I'm going to sign all the good players, which is what we're doing. Yeah, so we're going into our final free agency period, so we're going to spend, there's no point going down with all this free cap room. So David Bakhtiari, a 98 overall left tackle. We'll find a way to put him on this offensive line. I think we'll move Juan Taylor, who was a pretty big draft pick. He was our first round pick. We'll move him to right tackle because Rick Wagner's a liability. We'll put Bakhtiari at left tackle if we can get him. And then Julio Jones. It's not a fitting rebuild without Julio Jones. Maybe I'll get more subs if I just start getting Julio Jones every time. But, you know, we're almost 10 points, 12 points, or whatever, above 49. So I'm pretty confident that actually what I'm going to do here is we're going to cheese them. We're going to give them both $1 million more each than their base, just because I need them. They need to be on my team. So we'll give Julio a fat second. We got Julio not too long ago. I think it might have been 3 or 4 rebuilds ago that we got Julio Jones. But hopefully we can land both of these guys. And then there, you know, there's some other guys in stage 2 that I might be able to get some upgrades at. I will look at, but Bakhtiari and Julio Jones both are coming to the squad. Thank you very much. Get ready for a year 5 Super Bowl or bust time. All right, so here's our final draft class where we just go for what we need. We actually hit a home run. We have the 3rd overall pick. It's incredibly rare for me to give a top 5 pick in my rebuilds. People are always like, why haven't you hit on your quarterback? Why haven't you hit on this? Because I never have like a top 10 pick. I always pick like between 10 and 15, 10 and 20. So I actually had a top 3 pick. So I got an 83 overall superstar corner, the best corner I've seen. I don't even think someone's even sent me a corner on Twitter that's better than this. So this could be a first. This guy's an absolute stud of corner. I'm not going to lie. There was 3 corners that looked solid. I just picked him because he's from Florida. They all had similar grades. He had the best 40 time. And this guy's an absolute stud. Like, why couldn't I have drafted this guy in my first year? But Gator made, baby. The rest of the draft was not so hot, to be completely honest with you. We just tried to fill in spots that we need to fill in on the depth chart. That guy's a stud, man. Sherrod Hayes. A stud. What were the other corners? I'm inquiring now because this is... Who picked ahead of me? Let's see here. There's 2 corners. Corners went 1, 2, and 3 in this year's draft class. I just want to see my 83 superstar. How does that stack up to the other corners that I may have missed out on? Let's see here. No. Oh my God, I don't even know where I'm going. This guy. There we go. Okay, they got Darrell, whatever. Darrell Brooks was an 80 normal to the Browns, and then come on. There we go. There's the other one to the Dolphins. 79 quick. Oh yeah. We dominated. 80. Come on, now we have to be good. We also signed Calais Campbell, moved to the defensive tackle from free agency. Super Bowl or bust time, year 5. We're gonna find out either if I just suck with the Lions or the Lions are cursed in Madden 18. All right, here's the team for our 5th and final year. Offensive line, adding an A+ tackle certainly is going to help out. Plus, we were going to go with Ricky Wagner, who's 78, but at least now we have Juan Taylor, which is a 4-point upgrade, which is nice. Ebron's been a stud, at least overall-wise. Golden Tate's now down to an 82. Stafford's down to an 85. But now we have Julio Jones. Derrius Guice is a fringe 90. Probably will hit 90 before the end of the season. And on defense, we added Calais Campbell in here at defensive tackle with Marlon Davidson, Zettel. Gustin's an 88. Slay's an 87. We got Davis, Carlton Davis, and we have our freak Hayes here at corner 1. You know what? We're going to make the... we'll keep it at... you know what? I feel if we start Hayes, we can somehow make the playoffs with that superstar dev trait, he will be a higher overall. He, you know what I'm saying? I'm gambling that. Holland's been the stud of the rebuild, without a doubt. Jeff Holland, drafted out of Auburn. 93 superstar. Thank you very much. Jared Davis, Ragland, Smith, and Neal. Oh, so we gotta go to Super Bowl, man. I don't know. I don't know how this team has yet to make a playoffs once. Maybe it's because Matt Patricia cut his beard off, apparently. I don't know, but okay, let's do it. All right, here we go. Finally, year 5, make the damn playoffs. 11-5 record. We have the wild card, but at least the Seahawks have to come to Ford Field. Look at how we did. Oh yeah, let's go. Julio Jones, as like I said, these other rebuilders know what they're doing. We won the NFC North with an 11-5 record. Let's make sure. I trust that everyone knows that, why would I bother cheating or anything like that? It just makes it stupid. But let's just look at the team schedule. Make sure there's no Chip Kelly-like wins here. Look at that. So it's an honest last 4 seasons of mediocrity to finally have an 11-5. It's like the Madden knows that there's 5-year rebuilds here. Finally, look, we had the spread last year. Matt Stafford had way more interceptions than touchdowns than this year. 5,400 passing yards, 50 touchdowns. 22 picks. It's like the spread offense didn't click into this season. Running the ball, Derrius Guice, 750 yards, 11 touchdowns. On receiving, Golden Tate at 109 catches, 1,400 yards, 9 TDs. Julio Jones will round it up, 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins, 577 and 5. Derrius Guice, 11 receiving touchdowns, going with 835 yards. Ebron had a nice season as well. On the defensive front, we got 153 tackles from Jared Davis, 114 from Reggie Ragland, 112 from Sherrod Hayes. We got 17 sacks from Porter Gustin, 9.5 from Reggie Ragland, 7 from Jeff Holland, 5 from Zettel, 5 from Calais Campbell, as well as 12 tackles for loss. And the interception front, we got 7 picks from Keanu Neal, 3 from Jimmy Smith, 2 from Jeff Holland. Holland's a monster, man. This guy's one of my favorite prospects. Even though, when it's all said and done, we might not reflect back on this Lions run. Jeff Holland might be my favorite low-key creative prospect. Look at the yearly awards. MVP went to Matthew Stafford. You would figure throwing 50 touchdowns, it would be around there. In the NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Dak Prescott, with Matt Stafford coming in at number 3. Carson Wentz is on the Niners. Defensive Player of the Year went to Aaron Donald, with Jared Davis coming in at number 5. Porter Gustin at number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Dave Henry. We had this guy, I don't even know who he was. Kendrick Owens won it. Sherrod Hayes, our boy, coming in at number 2. He didn't even have an interception. That's all pass deflections. But all in all, finally, something got going here. Still have to go the long race through the wild card. But it's, year 5, so we're going to get some gameplay in with this Matt Stafford, Julio Jones spread offense. Best receiver he's had since Megatron. Let's do it. Oh, let's go, Julio. Oh, no, he's too old. Oh, he's not too old. Old man got the wheels. Able to get in for a touchdown. Oh, let's go. That's a lethal connection. 81 yards. Matt Stafford to Julio Jones. Let's go. Oh, you go, Ebron. You get in there, boy. Let's go. Man, this air raid, this spread, whatever you want to call it, Matt Stafford's built for it. There's a reason why he got 50 TDs this year. Let's go. Who cares about running the ball? There you go. There you go. Back to back. Everyone's old, though. That's a positive. Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor. I still see them in the secondary. They're like 30-something, mid-30s. So everyone's slow. We're all on the same playing fields here. As it looks like be an explosion on the stadium or something. It's on fire. Ford Field. Oh! Julio Jones! Oh, my God. Well, first of all, okay, the only thing more unrealistic than this is the Seattle Seahawks, just that kind of offense, that kind of potency. Oh my God, Julio Jones, Mossing got that was insane. I thought that was gonna be a pick. I thought it was underthrown. Matt Stafford's like 30 passing attempts in the first half. He straight out mosses whoever that is. Fake Jeremy Lane. Crappy Brian Dawkins, number 20 on the Seahawks. Oh. All right, they turned the ball over, and we got the ball 10-yard line before the end of the first half. I mean, this game here is just ridiculous. But I really want to get a touchdown here because I hate playing this damn team. Oh, Julio with the spin move. Unnecessary spin move. But we're sitting on, like, I think we're at 370 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. So you know what you're going to hit them with? You know what we're going to hit them with when they think that we're running? We're not going to run the ball. I don't think we have only 1 rushing attempt this whole game. They're like, oh, they're going to come something stupid passing thing. No, we're going to get Derrius Guice on the edge, and we're going to get him in here for a nice little touchdown here. Nice little beefy lead at half. Like, there has to be something going on. I'm going to show you guys something. There has to be something funky. I think I have 7 fumbles. 5, 6, 7 fumbles. Something crazy like that. There you go. Get your fucking touchdown. Get out of this. More options. Back. How do I see the stats? Let's see here. Is there a way to see the stats? Game stats. There we go. How many fumbles do I have? I have 4 fumbles, 3 of them lost. Nice. Another fumble! Like, there's something going on. I can't explain this. 5 fumbles. Oh, fit that in there. Oh, the walk-off! Let's go somehow, some way. We will not be cheesed today. We will not be cheesed. Actually, oh, I spoke too soon. We still have to kick this field goal. We will not be cheesed on this day. There we go, Mr. Matthews. Like, this game made no sense. Did you see the arcade in the top? I didn't. We had almost 600 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. Julio Jones had friggin'... What do we got here? Julio Jones had 6 catches for 252 yards, 3 touchdowns. Guice, 8 catches. But then let's look here. Does it show fumbles lost? It doesn't. Okay, either way, I think we had 5 fumbles on the day. Frank Clark had 6.5 sacks. This is sim mode. I was controlling the offense. This wasn't like, oh, some funky computers were doing this. I was controlling the offense. I got sacked like 14 times at 5 fumbles, and then had that kind of stat line. Like, that's the kind of game you're dealing with, man. We're in sim mode. We don't play arcade like some of these mutt YouTubers who play sim mode. And, you know, you might as well just play arcade. It makes no sense. But, hey, we're moving on to the next round. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh, come on, Julio. That's you, baby. All day long. Julio Jones in the divisional round against the Rams in the Rams' backyard. Julio's been absolutely astonishing throughout these playoffs so far. So that is a lethal comp. As you would expect, Julio Jones, Matt Stafford. That's just too easy. Tremaine Johnson didn't have a chance. If you like gameplay of Julio Jones just going off, that's what we could give you. Down 10, Julio Jones before half says, nah, I'm damn Julio Jones. I'm the greatest wide receiver. I'm the greatest physical specimen ever. Takes it 91 yards. Just abusing the top corner. Let's go. Oh, with the dart to Golden Tate. If you thought I was just a Calvin Johnson show. Replacement for Julio Jones. You think you're just Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones out there. Like, remind yourself, there's a small man. Smaller than Calvin Johnson's. Smaller than the Julio Jones. His name is Golden Tate. And he can make plays every now and then. Breaking the deadlock. Putting the lines up 24-17. Oh! Sammy Watkins just shattered a human being's ankles. We gotta get the replay here. What a juke move. 52-yard spread offense on fire. After missing the extra point on the Golden Tate touchdown. Look at this. And bloop. Oh, 23. How do you know that? Is that Nickel Roby Coleman? Rip. And there we go. Big time victory for your Detroit Lions. Just rapid pace. This game was close, but then we got 2 TDs to separate it. Some say that guy's still trying to search for his ankles after Sammy Watkins did one. And a little bit of a revenge game for Sammy Watkins, as there's shitty Matt Patricia and McVay there. 345, 4 TDs for Matt Stafford, 163 yards for Julio Jones. It was a beast. Continuing not to run the ball is working very well, except for the sacks. We're getting sacked. I think we've been sacked 20 times the last 2 games, but either way, the Lions are moving to the NFC Championship game. Let's do it. All right, we're rolling 1st and goal from the 9 in the NFC Championship game against the Saints. Let's get it. They got no defense. They can't contend with this offense, baby. Oh, they got a defense. Sheldon Rankins coming up, getting the sack on Stafford. Spoke too soon. Foot and mouth disease. We had to chew the clock on. It's really late when I'm recording this, so I'm gambling. I'm going to make the most of my drives. We'll go with slant, simple slant. I mean, we're in scoring range. We're not going to have I don't even think we've had a pick yet. I think all of our turnovers have been fumbles, and they all came from the Seahawks game. Boom! Oh, Julio takes the contested catch, 47 with the maul. Is that Anzalone? I don't know. Looks like it. Either or. Ain't no match for Julio. 7-3. All right, 1st and 10. We're in the red zone. Not a lot has happened. That's why we're in the 4th quarter. We've settled for field goals. Had a couple sloppy plays here and there, but we're trying to put the nail in the coffin. Get ourselves a Super Bowl win. We saw A right there, but we want it all. And I want it now. Oh, come on. Let's get ready. Cue up the Queen. But I guess we could not make it there. 2nd and 10. I mean, like, this game's pretty much over, but, you know, you want to get the field goal. Oh. All right, Madden's going to start being glitchy again. I love this game. Like, I was at my buddy's place. He didn't buy Madden 18 because of my discretion. I said keep Madden 17. Oh, so much funner. We're going to have a good old time playing Madden 17. All right, 2nd and 5. We don't want to go to Julio. Here's our Megatron 2.0. Oh, we got murdered. Headhunter back there. We're just going to find Marcus Williams. Throw it to him, and Marcus Williams will just whiff on the tackle, and we'll be able to score a touchdown. Sorry, Saints fans, if that's too soon. I got Golden Tate in the slot. Come on. Oh, my God. Coverage sack. Everyone was... Ah! All right, we'll kick the field goal. I'll keep this one in. Just, you know, I don't want you just to end the game after 1 touchdown. Kick this field goal. This is going to end the game. Seal the deal. Boom! What a Spanos, the owner of the Chargers, has became a kicker. All right, let's just close this one out. Get me out of this one. We're back on offense. Another field goal, but there we go. 19-6. Was not pretty, but we are your NFC champions, and we will be representing said NFC. Does Jacoby Brissett always go to the Saints in this for some god-awful reason? Stafford went off, though. 350 yards was pretty good. He had a touchdown, I think a pick as well. But either way, it's all water on the bridge, because next up is the Jaguars in the Super Bowl, and that is going to be a very tough defense to move the ball on. Oh, let's go, Sammy. Oh, my God, man. You cannot get a big play. You can't, like, hit a home run against this Jags defense. This defense is insane. But we're rolling. 32-yard line, 17 seconds, back and forth. Nothing happened. They were able to mount a 70-some-yard drive. So I was like, okay, you can have one. Oh, right there at the dime. Eric Ebron, finally. In the sim, didn't matter. He was a 90-some tight end for how many years, but he's actually starting to play pretty well. He fumbled it 3 times and lost all 3 fumbles in the wild card game against the Seahawks, but that makes up for it right there. Huge throw and catch. What a play. Doesn't matter Ramsey's there or not. Ebron makes the... Oh, good job. Fuck! Fuck me, man. Get fucking sacked every play. Alright, the game told me to go for it. I've literally got sacked like 10 times already. I guarantee... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna edit out like 90% of this gameplay because it's just me swearing. And there's another sack! Ah! Nah, get me out of this game. Get me out of this game. Get me out of it. Unfortunately, Lion fans, this is where it comes to the end. You run to the Jags where it's just not fun at all because their defense is 99 overall. Every defense we played every 4 games. All 4 of them were 1, 2, 3, and 4 in defense. I don't know if that's like a tell. But this was a stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I hated this rebuild. It wasn't very fun. The spread offense didn't work for like all the years. 2 years at least of this rebuild. But we did the Lions as a top requested team. We brought you a running back, but of course, I'm coming out and saying it. The Lions are the cursed team of Madden 18. Stafford's not. Okay, the Lions and the Panthers. I'd say right now through all this, they're the 2 cursed teams, but thank God I hated this rebuild so much. I hope you guys did enjoy it, though, if you're a Lions fan. I mean, you got to see what happens if you got a talented running back like Derrius Guice, or you got your Megatron 2.0 landed in Julio Jones. We had some great games. The first playoff game against the Seahawks was really, really fun. But down the stretch, man, there's only so much you could do. How many times did we get sacked? I would say, and it's not even exaggerating, 4.5, look at that. Like, I probably was sacked over the 4 playoff games 40 times? Maybe 40, between 30 and 40 times I was sacked. And yeah, be over 30. So, yeah, I have my wits end here a little bit with this game. Really frustrating, but there you go. There's your rebuild of the Detroit Lions. I hope you guys were able to enjoy some of it, if not all of it. You know, we built the team up pretty well. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. If you enjoyed, leave a comment in the comment section below about what team you want to see me do next. And that is for me today, guys. Till next time, it's C4 saying peace out.